What up, YouTube family? So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make $10,000 a month without ever talking to a single seller. So if you hate cold calling, you hate talking to seller, all right, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you exactly how to actually do this, okay? Now, some of you might know, some of you might not know what I'm about to share with you, all right? But this is something that any one of you can do. It works in any city, any states, and you can do it completely virtual, and you don't need a license to do this. And there's really, honestly, no risk, all right, in what I'm about to show you, okay? So, listen, it's called joint venture, which is stand for JV, okay? JV deals. For those of you who don't know what JV is, it stands for joint venture. So what you do, and I'm going to show you multiple ways to be able to get this strategy done, okay? So there's many ways to do JV deals, which mean all you're doing is you finding someone that already has a property under contract, okay? Which means all you're doing is you're finding a wholesaler, and I will show you where you find them, okay? So currently right now, I have one VA that does this her job is just, all she does is JV, and right now we're making $20,000 a month, and I don't do anything, all right? And this is something where you can have a VA, you can set up a VA, which is a virtual assistant, to help you do this, and it doesn't cost a whole lot of money. So what were you doing is you're just finding a wholesaler that already has a property under contract. So which means they already did 50% of the work. They already got a seller under contract. And all you need to do is find them a buyer and then complete the other 50%, right? They found the seller, okay? All you need to do is you find the buyer, which is the easy part. I'll show you where you find the buyer. I'll show you where you find this wholesaler that already has a property under contract, okay? So which means it's going to be a 50-50 split. So if they were to make $20,000 on that wholesale deal, you get $10,000 and they get $10,000. You get $10,000 for bringing a buyer. They obviously get $10,000 because they found the seller. All right. So if you enjoyed this video and you're like, Khang, dude, tell me more about this, okay? Then make sure YouTube family, boom, smash that thumbs up. TikTok family, double tap the screen. Give this video a share. Also, too, if you're new to the family, be sure to, boom, smash that subscribe button. Also, too, I got something I want to talk about as well. So a lot of you have been reaching out to me, right, through Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, or whatnot. And a lot of you ask me, hey, Khang, so what does it take to work with you one-on-one, like a one-on-one coaching? The last time I've done this, okay, so far, I think I took on 4 one-on-one students since the time that I started my social media, 7 years. And each one of them have succeeded. Each one of them have made money. So right now I'm at 100%, dude, 100% results. Because the people that I choose, I am extremely picky with who I work with directly with me. All right, which means we're going to work closely with each other. And so the price tag is very expensive. It's $40,000. We spent 6 months together. You have direct access to me, my phone number. We text, we talk. Basically, working closely together to help you either, close your first deal, your next deal, or getting your wholesaling operation set up where it's on, I shouldn't say it's on automations, but at least you have team, system, process, everything in place. So you're not working in, but you're working on your business, okay? So whether you're new or you experience, you're trying to get to the next level, I love to help you. But I can only work with one person. So maybe you or you have a partner, it doesn't matter, but only one at a time right now. So I'm open to taking on one person to do a one-on-one coaching. So if you're interested, here's what you need to do. You need to make a video. I don't care how long, how short it is. You need to explain to me why I should choose you over everyone else, okay? Because I can only pick one. And I think it's best if you send that video to my Instagram. And my Instagram handle is just same here on YouTube. It's just at real, R-E-A-L, realkingkhang, okay? DM, send that video to me. I'll watch it, and then I'll just pick, okay? But once again, the price tag is 40 G's. It's expensive. But my first student, his name is John. Dude, he closed a 3 deal while working under me. His third deal, I posted on Instagram. He made $55,000. $55,000 on his third deal. Now he has his own wholesaling real estate operation. And I think he also now, like, he has his own gym. Like, the guy really, like, the guy's into the fitness thing. And so, anyways, let's talk about the JV, okay? Let's talk about this JV deal. Okay, so I'm going to share with you some free way that you can find these wholesalers, okay? So one is Facebook. You know, you can go onto Facebook Marketplace. You can go onto Facebook Marketplace and you can start finding these wholesaler that already has a property under contract. And all you need to do is just reach out to them and say, hey, John or Bob or Sandy or whatever it is, right? Hey, I saw you post your deal here on Facebook. I think I have a buyer for it. Are you open to doing a JV? Are you open to doing a joint venture? Then what you need to do is just take that deal and blast it out to your buyer. That's all you're doing. You never have to talk to the seller. You never have to negotiate with them. You never have to put up, you don't even have to worry about putting up the earnest money deposit. You don't have to worry about proof of funds. Like, you're not going to run, you don't need a license, right? You don't need any of that. Okay, and all you need to do is you just bring a buyer to the deal, and I'm going to show you how to find the buyer. Okay, so hang tight. So the next way is Craigslist. There are still people that post their deal on Craigslist. So you can go into Craigslist, same thing. Find property that's already under contract, reach out to that wholesaler, same line, same pitch it to them, tick. So all they're doing is they have everything on their file. Then all they do is they just send it to you, and literally all you do is you just copy, you paste, and then you blast it out, either email blast or text blast it out to your buyer. Like, it's pretty dang easy. It all comes down to is where do you find these legit buyer, which I'm going to show you, okay? So Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and not just Facebook Marketplace, but also too is Facebook group. There's a bunch of Facebook group, right, that you can join. Okay, that you can join, that you can start looking at other people that already have a deal and then just reach out to them. Let me share with you. Now, I'm sharing with you all this is the free way. Let me share with you a pay way that you can get on and start seeing these deals ASAP. So comment in your city and your states. I'm going to pull it up right now and I'm going to show you where you can see all these deals that's currently under contract that you can start reaching out to people. Okay, so number 4 is I'm going to show you now. I'm going to show you the pay way to do it. And all you need, my friend, is $149. Let me show you. Okay, so comment in your city, your states. I'm going to show you some deals that's already under contract right now that you can literally reach out to that wholesaler and start closing and doing deals today, like ASAP. Okay, so comment in your city and your states. Okay, comment in your city and your states. I'm going to show you. So here's the software that I use, okay? And this, guys, has never been easy ever than before. When I first started 12 years ago, there wasn't any of this software that was available. I had to go through all of this junk, right, to scrub, to find them. Now it's easy. Hearts at New York. Let's go. Let me show you, bro. So New York. We're going to go into New York. I'm going to share my screen. So here's the software that I use. It's called KingDataai, okay? So it's called KingDataai. For those of you who wants to sign up, all you need to do is you just need to sign up for the basic plan. After that, all you do is it's so simple. You just go to property leads. This is so simple and easy that I hire a VA, a virtual assistant. You know how much I pay that VA? I pay that VA less than $1,000, probably right around $5 an hour. Okay, right around $5 an hour. And this is something your VA can do part-time or full-time. All they do is they just go onto the software. You give them the login, they go in, and then boom. So now we're going to go here. I just need to put in New York. New York. And watch this, my friend. New York State. Bam. Right here. There's already one right now, bro. Right here. I mean, this is how easy. It's not going to get any easier than this. So now all you need to do is you see here. So anything that's highlighted in blue in the software, it means that a wholesaler has that property under contract, and now they're marketing it on the software. The software currently has over 200,000 active user. So that's why there's just a lot of people on here. So now guess what? So now all you're going to do is you're just going to click on contact seller. So right now, this whoever has this property under contract, they're asking 63,000, and you can see here it labeled wholesale deal. Okay, deal expired. Boom. All you need to do is hit contact seller. Once you hit contact seller, it'll give you all the information to that wholesaler. And all you need to do, my friend, reach out to that wholesaler and say, hey, listen, I saw you post one of your deal. Hey, I think I got a buy for it. Would you be able to JV? Or are you interested in JV? We got Michigan. We got Miami. Okay, let me pull it up for you, okay? It cannot get any easier than this. TikTok, let me flip the camera around here so you can see what I'm doing here, okay? So you can see here. This is the software, okay? So now I'm going to go. So you can literally sit at the comfort of your own home and just go, hey, I'm done with New York. Let's move on to the next one, Michigan. Now I'm going to go to Michigan, okay? I need to know how to spell Michigan. M-I-C-H-I, Michigan State. Boom. Click on Michigan. Let's see. There's one right here in Michigan. Okay. Hold on. It's still, okay. So there's one in Michigan right now. Wholesale deal, asking price 106. Contact seller. That's all you needed to do, guys. I mean, it's not going to get any more easier than this. And then once again, and then I'm going to show you exactly how to find the buyer. Okay, so you can start sending these deals out. I'm going to show you some ways to start building up your cash buyers list. So the cool thing about JV, you now become, my friend, you now become what I call the disposition. You're the disposition. They send over the deals, right? You become a dispo. You become the disposition person. All you do is you're getting people deals and you're helping them selling their deal, finding the buyer. That is it. And you get a 50% cut. Like this deal right here is asking 106. I'm thinking that person probably makes about 10,000. I think it seems like in that market, the average wholesale fee is probably right around 10,000. So you're able to help them bring a buyer to that deal. Okay. Guess what? If you help them bring a buyer to that deal, it's a 50-50 split. Okay. 50%, because they find the seller. Okay. You find the buyer. So imagine if they were to make 10,000, you get $5,000 just by paying $149 for the software a month. $149 a month, and that's what you do. Okay, dude, easy 5K. You can do this literally just from home. Okay, or you can be anywhere. Okay, so now we're gonna go to California. Someone just mentioned California. California, right here, California state, bam. Let's just see how many in California states. I've been seeing this deal on here for a while, okay? Let's try and refresh. All right, once again, in California, there's one wholesale deal right now, asking $475,000. So I figure with this price range, the assignment fee is probably gonna be right around, let's just say $20,000. That person is probably looking to make $20,000 on that deal. And if you help them bring a buyer, guess what? Same thing. Okay. Arkansas. Okay, let's go to Arkansas. And then I'll show you where you guys find your buyers, okay? Arkansas. That's Alaska. A-R-K. Arkansas, right here. So currently right now, there's no wholesale deal in Arkansas. Okay, so now let's just go to, I know in Florida, there's a lot in Florida. So let's go to Florida. Florida states. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, still fresh. So there's 4. 4 wholesale deal. Someone is posting it in Florida. This one's asking for $949,000, $179,000, $699,000, $399,000. Now, once again, JV deal is a great way for you to make some extra income, okay, without having to talk to seller, without cold calling, without worrying about, EMD, without worrying about, proof of funds, without negotiating, okay? So the next move I'm going to show you is, so where do you find these buyers, okay? So let's just say you're able to reach out to this wholesaler, and they'd say, hey, yes, I would be interested in, JV with you. So now you got to start building up your cash buyers list. And let me share with you some ways that you can start building up your own cash buyers list, like a list that no other investor will have. So I'm going to show you how to get that list from the software, but I'm going to show you some of the free way to do it as well. So number one is you got to start networking with realtors. A lot of you need to start networking and talking to realtors, okay? And you start talking to them, okay? Build relationship with realtors. Just ask them, hey, do you have any investor who's looking to buy some fixer-upper? My partner and I, what we do is beside buy, fix, and flip, we also market. We also spend a lot. We spend a lot of money marketing every single month. So we have a lot of deals that come into our pipeline, but we're not able to buy them all. So currently we got a few property under contract, right, that we're looking to assign. So don't use the word wholesale when you talk to a realtor. Use the word assign. That we're looking to assign to another investor who wants to buy, fix, and flip, or who wants to hold it for a long term, right? So realtor will have a lot of your retail buyers. Like realtor has access to, the mom and pop, the husband and wife, or the contractor that's looking to buy their first flip. So they're willing to pay you more. And that is a gold mine, okay? So realtors, okay? Number two is Craigslist. So with Craigslist is, what I call this is called a ghost ad, GHOST, okay? What you need to do is you need to start hitting up ghost ad on Craigslist. A lot of you don't know what a ghost ad is. Let me explain to you. A ghost ad means that you don't have a deal under contract. But what you do is you just take some random picture of a house, then you put it on there, okay? And you'll be like, hey, ARV. Basically, now you're just making up some numbers. ARV, 350,000, okay? But purchase price, right? Sell price or purchase price, dude, you'll be like, hey, 205. So any investor who see this deal, and then you got to put like, hey, cash, cash buyer needed. Cash buyer needed. So what happened is the cash buyer, the house flipper that looks and saw this deal that you just post on Craigslist, it's called a ghost ad. The buyer's going to reach out to you and say, hey, I just saw your ad on Craigslist about this deal. I'm interested in it. All you need to do is tell them, hey, that property's already under contract with another buyer, or it's already sold, whichever one you want to say. But hey, we have a lot of this deal come across our table. I love to get your information, your criteria, so that way the next time we come across anyone that matches your, right, we'll send it out to you. So that's how you can start building up your cash buyer list without having any deals yet. Okay? Boom. That's the way to do it. Okay? So let me share with you another way. A third way that most people don't talk about, okay, that I don't think any investor really talk about, okay, is way number three. It's not just D for D. So you know how when you drive for dollars and we look for rundown houses, right? But instead of looking for rundown houses, now when you drive for dollars, you want to look for the rehab houses, the houses that it's under construction, it's under rehab. Then all you need to do is go down there, my friend. Okay, go down there and say, hey, find out who's the investor is, get his contact info, build relationship. And you can go there and you can tell that person exactly who you are. Hey, I'm a local wholesaler. So in case you don't know what that means, we spend a lot of money on marketing and we get a lot of distressed property. We get a lot of property under contract at a steep discount. And what we do is we connect with the investor like you who wants to buy, fix, and flip it, or who wants to buy, fix it, and hold it. And then we'll sell the deal over to you. Are you interested in being on our buyers list? I'm telling you, any serious investor will say, hell yeah, dude. Because every one of them are looking for deals. I mean, that's how they make their money, right? They're looking for deals. So instead of driving for dollars looking for rundown houses, you want to drive for dollars and you want to look for rehab houses. Houses that are under construction, okay? Way number 4. Honestly, guys, I'm giving you all the nuggets, okay? So the last thing you can do for me is, boom, smash that thumbs up. And if you enjoy the video, and if you know someone can also get on this game, give this video a share, send it to them, okay? So number 4 is the auction courthouse step, okay? The auction courthouse step. And this is something that you got to check with your city, with your county. So in my city, it's every Friday. So every Friday at 9 a.m., okay, at the courthouse step down at my city hall, they will auction off these foreclosure homes. So whoever shows up there who's looking to buy these foreclosure homes are real legit cash buyers. Like, you must have a cashier check in your hands ready to buy. You can't just show up there with nothing, okay? So most of the people that are there, I would say 99% are legit real cash buyer that have funds ready to close. And this is the place where I built up a lot of my real cash buyers that's ready to go, right? Because listen, you don't need like 1,000 cash buyer. Honestly, at the end of the day, I think you need a good solid 10 to maybe 20 cash buyer. That's it. That's all you really needed. And these people will buy it again and again and again, right? And that's all you need, 10 to 20 good one. That's it, okay? So make sure you build relationship with these buyer, because once they buy a deal from you, they're gonna come back. They're gonna buy it again. And the more they do with you, the easier the process gets, right? Because trusts are being built, relationship are being built, right? The first time it's a little rough, right? But afterward, dude, hammering it down, man. So the courthouse auction step is a great way to do it. Okay. I'll show you another one. Number 5 is you can also put up Bandit Sign. So you know how Bandit Sign, we put, hey, with Bandit Sign, we put up, we buy houses. Instead of putting up we buy houses, saying that you got a house for sale, right? Wholesale deal, right? Hey, wholesale deal, boom, right? Hey, distressed home at discount, major discount. Guess what? Who's going to call you? That's right, house flipper. I mean, imagine. Okay, put yourself in the house flipper shoes. Let's just say that all you do is you want to buy, fix, and flip houses. When you see a sign that said, "Hey, distressed property at discount," would you call that number? Hell yeah, you would call, right? Because you want deals, and that's exactly what it is. They call, you get the information, and start putting on your cash buyers list. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the payway with the software on how I can go into any city, any states, and I can pull up the cash buyer list right now, okay? So give me a city and give me a state. Give me a city and states. Tucson, Arizona, okay. So all I really need to do is the same thing. Dude, this is so simple. Go to property leads. Now, it will take work, but it's so simple. Go to property leads, okay? It's nothing fancy. You don't need to be high tech to do this. Then all you need to do is put in your city and your states. So we put in Tucson, AZ. Boom, right here. Okay, and then we're going to click on filter. Watch this. We're going to click on filter, and then we're going to say cash buyer. Now, obviously, there's 56,000 cash buyers in that city, right? But we're going to go, that's too big of a list. So we're going to go down here, and we're going to be like, so we'll have to filter it out, okay? So we're going to go down here, okay? You see here 56,000. Typically, I would put in the zip code, okay? Because the whole entire city is just too much. But let's try to see if I can filter this out by going down here. Hold on a second. Let me see here. Click on cash buyer. I'll click on results. And when you click on results, it'll show you all the cash transactions. Let me refresh my computer really quick. It's a little slow. Apologize. Okay, cash buyer. I'll click here. Okay, so here's all the cash buyer. And then what we can do is we can be like, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and filter this out a little bit more. So I'm going to go with the, hold on a second. Exclude. Okay, hold on a second. Market value, property types, owner types. We want it to be business, not individual. So we're going to get rid of all the moms and pop, and we just want people who bought property under the LLC. So you just click on business, right? Ownership business. And then there's 10,000 people. So literally I just took that list and I narrowed down to 10,000 people. Okay, 10,000 cash buyer lists. In that, you can even go in even more if you wanted to. You can really take down the list even more. So which means here, I go down here, I click on business owner type, right? Business, because I don't want anybody that, you know, bought a house like, you know, 7 years ago. So right, we just want business owner who bought a lot of house, okay? Basically, business is probably under the LLC, okay? And you can go down here. You can even look and search even for more. But, you know, for me, that's what I like, okay? So that's pretty much all it is. So you reach out to that person, you go in there, you start building your cash buyer list from every strategy that I just shared with you, also from the software. You just start building up your buyers list, put them on your list, and then start reaching out to all these wholesalers. All right. Platinum Real Estate said, King Kong, I've done D4D the last week, found an apartment building. I was going to wholesale it. Now I'm buying it for myself on seller finance in a college town. Ka-ching, ka-ching. You know what, man? College town is a great area. And I'm glad that you keep it. Now, listen, when it comes down to real estate, it is very simple. If you rather get future money, you hold. So let's just say that Platinum Real Estate, he doesn't need, okay, Platinum Real Estate, if you were to wholesale this deal, how much would you make? How much would you make? Okay? So my whole thing is, real estate is very simple. If you need today's money, let's just say he's going to make $20,000 off it. If you need today's money, if you need that $20,000 today, you wholesale. But if you're like, Khang, I don't really need the cash, then the only way to do it, my friend, is to hold. Buy and hold. Okay? Dude, he would have made $300K easily. I got it for $39K. Dude, let's talk, man. Let's talk. Okay. Platinum Real Estate, let me send you an invite, dude. I'm going to send you an invite. I'd love to bring you on, dude. Let's talk about this deal. I love talking about deals, okay? So I'm going to copy the link, dude. I'm going to post it here. And then let's have you jump on, dude. Because, dude, this sounds a really good deal. You know, in my area, there's a local investor in my area. He loves buying in the college area. You know why? Because college kid, man, he loves the college campus. Because college kid, dude, is easy to rent to. Their parents probably paying for the rent. And these college kids just, all they need is a room and a place to shower. Right? They don't really care about the condition of the house. Right? So a lot of times they buy it as is. They go in there and they put lipstick on a pig. So in my local area, they call this guy a slumlord because he literally put lipstick on a pig and he just ran it out and he just get the cash flow. Right? They own a lot. They own like thousands of rental in my area. They're very big real estate investor. I've sold so many deals to that guy. One of the deals that I wish I didn't sell to him was I got this 9 units. I got this 9 units under contract. I can't remember the exact price, but I think right around $725,000 in an as-is condition. That probably worth about $950,000. In today's market, it's probably worth about $1.5 million. Dude, I sold this thing. I made a $75,000 wholesale fee, but I wish I would have kept it. But you know, it's just at that time, I'm just not in a position to hold. I needed the cash to continue funding my business, to continue growing my wholesaling business. So I just couldn't hold. Otherwise, I would have totally held. If I hold on to it, Dude, 725, bro. It's worth like 1.5 now. Okay. Anyways, it's actually a really, really nice in a nice area too. But you know, sometimes that's just what it is. You know, I'm just not in positions to hold on to that at the moment. And my biggest mistake is the reason why at that time I was fixing and flipping as well, and that's my problem. If I was just wholesale like I do now, I would have kept it. What up, dude? I know.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, can you turn on your camera?
Well, I don't have no access to the camera. I'm on my computer, and I don't have a camera on my computer.
Oh shoot. Okay. And what's your name, bro?
Darren,
Darren, dude. Darren. First off, I want to say congrats. Second, dude, bro. I appreciate that you're taking time to jump on and talk about this deal, man.
it's a good deal.
So Darren, how long you been in the real estate game?
Full time 6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Yeah.
Holy smokes, dude! 6 weeks and you landed this monster deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many units is this?
It's 4 units, and they're all 1 bedroom, 1 bath.
Okay, so 4 units. Okay, 1 bed, 1 bath. And do you know roughly how much you're getting in rent per unit?
$1,200 easy.
Damn. Okay. I mean, is it currently at market rent or is it under rent?
That's what rent's going for. This is a big university town.
Right. I know, but currently okay, all 4 units, is it currently rented?
No, actually, this guy was selling it to somebody else, and they went in and ripped a bunch of walls out.
Okay. So okay, hold on a second. So currently all 4 units is vacant.
Yeah, it's all vacant. Yeah.
Okay. So the area, is it an A, B, C, D neighborhood?
It's an A neighborhood.
No shit. Oh damn. Okay. So it's an A neighborhood, and you got under contract for $39,000.
It's 5 blocks from the university and 4 blocks from the hospital.
Dude, man. Okay, hold on a second. What do you think it's going to cost to rehab this property?
Well, 1 apartment is already drywalled.
Yep.
The second apartment is 3/4 the way drywalled. There's enough,
Okay.
drywall on the property.
Okay.
One.
Okay. Hey, Darren. I just need to know from you is the number. What do you think it will cost to actually complete the rehab?
30.
That's it? 30,000? You sure?
Yeah, because most of the materials there already.
Okay, so $30,000. Okay, so are we talking about, like, you know, kitchen, bathrooms, everything needs to be done there?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's all there. I've only got a fully rehab, 1 apartment. That's it.
Okay. So only 1 apartment needs to complete rehab. The other one is just need what? Drywall, paint?
Yep.
I got you. Okay, so $30,000 in rehab. You got under contract for $39K. And what do you think the property's worth after it's all fixed up?
Well, I was running recent sold for the same type of apartment that I've got, and they went from anywhere from 338 to 738.
338 to 700?
Yep.
Okay, damn, dude. Okay, so you saying each unit will rent for $1,200?
Yep.
That mean, bro, I mean, this deal right here is truly a no-brainer to obviously to keep. Because,
yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, you're gonna buy for 39. You're gonna put 30K into it, so you're probably all in at what? Let's just say 60. Let's just say 70K. So you're all in it for like 70K. Dude, it brings in 1, 2, 3, 4, 4,000, 2, 4, 6, 8. It brings in $4,800. And look, dude, all you need to do is once you get it to 70,000, once it's all rehab and it's all rented out, guess what, Platinum? You go back and you do a cash out refi.
Yep.
So this is why, for those of you, if you got to kill a deal like this, let me show you. Okay, Platinum. I mean, Darren, I appreciate you, dude, and congrats. Okay. Yep, congrats. So let me explain to you guys why Darren keeping this deal is a good move and how this can actually help him, you know, his taxes, and how he can still make $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 without dude, paying any taxes. Let me show you, okay? So this is the strategy called the Burr strategy. So Darren, I don't know if this is your plan, but let me share with you exactly how this is gonna do. This is gonna make Darren so rich. Well, I mean, one good deal, my friend, can literally change your guys' life. Okay. So Darren said after it's fixed up, it's worth between 3 something to 700. I'm just gonna pick 400,000. Okay. So let's just say that the ARV, okay, of this property is 400,000. Dude, this is a killer deal. Like I would buy this deal. Okay, so 400,000. Okay, and Darren is buying it for. So let's go ahead and put purchase price. Okay, purchase price. Darren's buying for 39,000. Okay, and then let's put the rehab costs. Man, I'm showing you guys the game. The rehab cost is another 30,000. Okay. So let's just say Darren's all into it for, let's just say 70,000, okay? So now Darren's all in for $70,000 on this property. The next move he's going to do is he's going to go back, he's going to go to the banky. He's going to go to the bank, okay? He's going to say, hey, Mr. Bank, I'd like to get a loan on this property. Darren already know how much it's worth, which means he already know how much he's going to appraise for. So Mr. Banky said, okay, not a problem. So the bank, what the bank does is the bank is going to send out what's called an appraiser. An appraiser is someone who goes out there, who assesses the property, okay, to see how much it's actually worth in today's market. Well, obviously, after Darren have rehab it, and then he gets it all rented out. He's bringing $4,800 a month, right, in rent. Okay, so the bank's going to send an appraiser out. Once again, Darren already know how much it's worth. The appraiser going to come back, and the appraiser's like, yep, that property's worth $400,000. Now, guess what, my friend? The bank is going to loan you 75% on the appraised value. So the bank's going to loan Darren now 75% on that 400,000. So let me grab a calculator. Man, let me show you guys. Let me put you guys on. Let me put you on the game, Darren. Okay, so Darren is now going to walk away with money, a lot of money. So we 400,000, okay, times 75%. So the bank is going to loan Darren $300,000 on this deal, okay? Bank's going to loan Darren $300,000. Now, guess what? Darren only have $70,000 in on the property. So Darren gets his $70,000 back, okay? And so if you take 300 minus, so he also now Darren gets an extra $230,000 tax free, my friend. This right here is tax free. So Darren doesn't even, so if he wholesale this, he would have lose money. So by keeping it, you're making money. Because if he were to wholesale it, and Darren said, hey, if you were to wholesale and make 200,000, well, Uncle Sam probably won 40% of that 200,000, right? But instead, Darren's going to keep it, okay? So the key here is that you don't pay tax on debt. So since this is a loan, the $230,000, the $230,000 is considered a loan. So Darren doesn't have to pay any tax on it. So this, my friend, is tax free, and this is what people call cash out refi. And this one, dude, is a gold mine. So now Darren walks away with $230,000 tax free. No, dude, he keeps all of this. He got his $70,000 back. Plus, he got an extra $230,000 tax freaking free. Dude, this right here, my friend, beast mode. Now, what happened is, so he got a $300,000 debt on the property. Well, Darren's not going to be the one who's paying for the mortgage. He's getting $4,800 in rent. The renter is paying the $300,000. Now, what's crazy about this deal is that Darren brings in $4,800 a month in rent. $3,000 mortgage, guys. Come on, man. Even in today's world, let's just say $3,000 a month. So this deal is just it gets better and better. Now Darren got the $230,000 in his pocket, tax free, and he's making an extra $1,800 a month in cash flow after his mortgage, expense, utilities being paid. He cash flow another $1,800. Boom. Dude, this is just a massive, massive deal. So Darren, congrats. And this is how you do it. Dude, that's awesome, man. I'm so happy for you. Just buy more houses. Yeah, and then obviously you take that 230 and you can do whatever you want, right? You can start building up your wholesaling company. You can start buying more real estates. It's totally up to you. But that right there, my friend, ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. That's right. So congrats. Let me see here. Okay. Let me see if there's any question here. So someone said on here, someone on TikTok, right? TikTok always have like a bunch of kids in here, man. Like this comment right here. This types of deal is in fantasy land, especially in today's market. You see, whether you think it's possible or impossible, either way, you're right, my friend. But only the people who think it's possible is the one that's going to get rich. I'll take you guys back to I don't know, century ago, long time ago. I don't even know who was the president. Someone said, hey, how are we going to go to the moon? And guess what the guy said? The will to do so. That's all he said. There was no plan. Didn't know how it was done. He said the will to do it. So a lot of you, some people look at the economy and say, oh man, everyone is struggling. Man, no one is making money out there. But there are also people out there that are just killing it. One man trash is another man opportunity, my friend. That's all it is. Some see opportunities, some don't. And the people who see opportunity, those one that's making money. Those are the go-getter. The people who comment that, dude, that person who comment that, dude, probably have nothing in their bank. I'm not trying. I'm here. I'm not trying to like bully anybody, right? TikTok doesn't like it. Okay, I'm not, but I'm just saying most people some of you watch a video and you go through the comment sections and you let some of these people in the comments scare you away from your goals and your dreams. You know why I say that? Because that happens to me. I remember when I tried to first get into the game and I saw someone comment, be like, you know what, man, no, this is fake. This is a scam. You can't do this. This is illegal. And I got scared. And then I watched a video from Jim Rohn. And Jim Rohn said something, hey, why would you listen to someone that has never done it before? Why would you listen to someone that is unsuccessful? Why are you listening to someone that's not where you want it to be? The person who gave you advice, look at their life, look at their income, look at their success. What have they done? What have they accomplished? So if you listen to them, your life would be the same. You would get the same results. That's when I say, you know what? I'm not going to be the 99. I'm not going to be the 99%. I want to be the 1% earner. So I'm going to do things that most don't do. I'm going to do things that people are scared to do. Scare money ain't going to make you money. No risk, no reward. And then I start to get into the game. I start to educate myself. So for those of you who listen, some of you have goals and some of you have dreams and you have big aspirations and you're a go-getter. But then you start reading all these comments from all these nonsense people. Typically, I call them that's right. All they do is they go in there, they scare other people. They're too afraid to go out there, right? And to make their dreams become a reality, they don't want you to do it. They also don't want to see you do it. So if I were you, once you found something that you want to do, just get locked in and forget about the rest. Just zone out the noise. Everything else is just noise. Zone out the noise, lock in, and just focus on doing you. Have faith, believe in yourself, be confident, understand that it's going to take time, be patient, and then just put in the work, my friend. That's all you needed. Someone asked me, so Khang, what does it take to be successful? What does it take to be successful? It takes everything. It's not just one thing, but it takes everything. Persistent, consistent, determination, willpower, faith, belief, confident. Dude, it takes everything you got. Your focus, attention, and skill set. You got to learn a bunch of skills. And you got to take, obviously, execution. A lot of you have ideas, but you don't execute on it. Worthless. Everybody having ideas. What are you going to do with it? Make sense? But once again, this deal right here, dude, that's a monster deal. I don't think I've ever got. Okay, let me share with you one deal that I did. Okay, one deal that I have, probably not as good as Darren, but a deal that I did. So let me share with you a little bit about how I kind of got started. Okay. So just briefly, for those of you who don't know, okay, TikTok, I'm gonna flip the camera around real quick here. Okay, so hold on a second, okay? So TikTok family, do me a favor. If you enjoy this, make sure you double tap the screen, give this video a share. So for those of you who don't know, I started my real estate career about 12 years ago, okay? No knowledge, no connections, no experience, which means I didn't know anything about real estate. I didn't even have a construction background. My mentor asked me, hey, Khang, what are things selling for in your market? I don't even know. I said, I don't know. He said, okay. He said, well, do you know, do you have any construction background? I said, no. And then he asked me, he said, well, do you know anybody? I said, no. You know, I end up paying $5,000 more for the exact same house that I bought. So my neighbor and I bought the exact same house, the exact same time, and I end up paying $5,000 more. How's that possible? Because I didn't know how to negotiate. I didn't know what I was doing. So I end up paying more because I got bullied, right? And that's how it is. I got played. For me, it's every single time when you get into something new you have never done, you're almost guaranteed to lose money. So for me, it's like, dude, learn how to play the game or you're going to be played by the game. The people that know how to play the game is going to play you. I mean, that's just how it is, right? So don't hate don't hate the player, hate the game. So when you get better at the game, nobody can push you around. Know what I know today, dude, if I were to go back, I'll probably get that house for free. No, that's a joke. But dude, I'll be able to get that thing down probably at major discount. But anyways, so 12 years ago when I first started, it took me 6 months. Okay? I struggled for 6 months until I found my mentor. After I found my mentor, it took me 3 days to find my first deal. That deal made me $50,000. Now, this is not a wholesale deal. When I first started, for those of you who don't know, I do what's called fix and flip. Okay? The worst business to get into, the most stressful, the most amount of risk, and the most amount of work. So I do not recommend any one of you to get into the fix and flip game. This is like a hell no, dude. Don't do this. The only reason you want to do this because you want to be stressed out. You want to have gray hair. You want to go bald. Then do this, okay? Don't do this, okay? So anyways, this is my first deal, okay? Now, after I did the whole fix and flip for 4.5 years, I almost went bankrupt, okay? It is that crazy. I almost went bankrupt. I got about $1.5 million tied up in a bunch of property that I was fixing, flipping, and I couldn't leverage anymore. And dude, that was one of the worst time of my life, right? One of the worst time because I'm about to lose everything. I mean, when I say everything Lon and I have worked extremely hard for. Like with our blood, sweat, and tears, we save every single freaking dollar. I almost lose everything and have to go back to the shed. It was that scary, okay? And then that's when I discovered wholesaling, okay? And this, my friend, saved my ass, saved my life. So I closed my first deal and made $28,000 in 15 days. And this right here, my friend, is my breakthrough. I was like, so I didn't have to buy the property. I didn't have to fix the property up. All I did was put the property on a contract, and then I'll be able to sell this 4 piece of paper to another investor that wants to take over my headache and made $28,000 in 15 days. And I said, Khang, what if I can do 2 of that a month? What if I can do that 3 a month? What if I can do 4 a month? What if I can do 5? And my friend, this is when I know I was going to get rich. Okay? Because now I have the knowledge, I have the skill set, I have the connections. I know a bunch of, when I was doing the fix and flip, I know a bunch of buddies that were in the game. So I knew, right? I was so good at finding deals, but I suck at rehab. Okay, so anyways, I remember so currently I own 14 rentals. So for those of you who don't know, I don't talk about rentals a lot because that's just not what I want to keep my expertise as wholesaling. I don't want to get into the whole rental, but I didn't buy my first rental, okay, until I think I was making like $50,000 a month. That's when I purchased my first rental. Let me share with you the numbers on my first rental property. Okay? Who here wants to know it, man? And hopefully, the reason I share my story with you is because I want to let you know that if I can do this, you can too. It doesn't matter where you start. What matters where you end up with, okay? Or where you end up at. So here's my first rental. Let me break down the number for you. My first rental, dude, it was huge. So I actually bought it on auction. The agent sent it to me. I think I bought it for like $150,000. Okay, it only needs like $5,000 in rehab. It was like rent ready to go, and each unit, I think each unit, it's a 3-bed, it's a 3-2. It was a duplex. Okay, and I got gosh, I can't remember how much I was getting in rent. I think in rent I get about $1,500 per unit, so that's about $3,000 a month. Okay. Okay, so that's about $3,000 a month, and I think I was all in after all the closing costs and all the fees. If I remember correctly, was $157,000. $157,000. I was bringing $3,000 in rent, and then a year later, guess what I did? That's right, I did a cash out refi. I was able to pull out $100,000 tax free. So a year later, pull out $100,000 tax free. This money right here didn't even have to pay Uncle Sam a penny. So anyways, I want to share that with you because I also want you guys to understand, when should you start buying rental property? Because a lot of you don't know when you should start buying rental property. My biggest thing is, I tell people again and again, is that if you need today's money, okay, then you focus on wholesaling. If you rather get future money, you buy and hold. Because in the real world, this is exactly what it looks like. Like Darren's deal, in today's world, dude, one in a blue moon. It is really hard to come across, but it's available. It's out there. But here's my personal opinion. I think that you need to get to at least $25,000 a month in your wholesaling business, okay, until you can think about buying rental property. So once you hit $25,000 a month in your wholesaling business, what I think you should do is wholesale 4 house. So wholesale 4 house and then keep 1. That way you're getting rich, my friend. You're getting rich and you're building wealth at the same time. And by buying rental property, it also helps you reduce your taxes. So that's my personal opinion. Until you get to $25,000 a month in wholesaling, you shouldn't think about buy and hold. My personal opinion. Now, it also depends on how old you are. If you're in your 50s, your late 50s, maybe you just want to buy and hold, right? Because you need to understand this. Buy and hold is a long-term game. You're not going to make $10,000, $20,000, or $30,000 a month in passive, right? What most people talk about, passive income, within 1 to 2, even 3 years. Typically, if you want to get to like $20,000 a month, I believe that in today's world, I don't care what city and what state you live in, but in today's world, I think you need to hit at least $25,000 a month to live a very comfortable life. You can travel, you can travel 3 to 4 times a year on vacation, being able to bring your family with you, take care of them. You gotta make at least $25K a month, okay? So for you to get to $25,000 a month in passive income by owning rental property, it will take you 15 years, 20 years. But to get to $25,000 a month in wholesaling is something you can do within 1 to 2 years. I believe you can do within 1 year, okay? And let me explain to you why so you can understand. So Darren deal, like I said, Darren's deal is just once in a blue moon, right? It's out there, but it's rare. Most of the time, this is what rental property looks like. So if you were to buy one rental property, right? That rental property only pay you $250 a month in net cash flow. Okay? So the question is, how many rental do you have to own to get to $25,000 a month? If each rental only pays you $250 a month. Now that's after mortgage, expense, vacancy, property manager. I'm talking about all expenses, property taxes. So if you take $25,000, okay, so if you take $25,000 divided by $250 per unit, you need to own at least 100 units. You need to own at least 100 units, which means 100 doors, right? 100 doors or 100 houses, 100 single family home. Now, how are you going to do that if you're not making at least $25,000 or $50,000 a month or $100,000 a month? How are you going to do that within 1 year or within 2 years or within 3 years? How are you going to do that? You're not. You're not. So that's why you need to focus on getting rich first before you're trying to build wealth, my friend. Because wealth is a long-term game. It's truly a 10 to 20-year game, more like a 20-year game plan. Okay? But getting rich, you can get to $25,000, $30,000 a month within 1 or 2 year wholesaling real estate. Just my personal opinion. Just want to give you guys some guidance so you can decide which path you want to go. I just realized my first wholesale October 2018, I made $2K, and then I did 2 deals a year. 2022 did not do any. 2024 I did 1 deal, 10K, lost a few, and this year I did 2, made 30K, but now need to do more. But I get demotivated, so I need motivation. Okay. So a lot of times I do believe that, you know, every single entrepreneur, right? Every go-getter, big dreamers, right? People who's making a lot of money, dude, you got to be able to self-motivate yourself, okay? You got to be able to self-motivate you, okay? No one out there is going to motivate you, man, because it is your goal. It is your dreams. You have to go out there and you have to fight for what you want, okay? So you need to figure out what is it that motivates you. But I think the first thing you need to figure out is how much do you need to make per month to live the life that you want. You know, this is something I don't talk about a lot, but I'm going to really help you guys with this, okay? So let me flip the camera around. Hold on a second, TikTok. Whoa, shoot. Hold on. Okay. Oh, okay. But whoever it is that I'm talking to, I can't pronounce your name. Dawn? Dawn. So you need to figure out, so comment in and let me know. How much do you need to make per month, okay, for you to live the life that you want? Comment in and let me know. Comment in and let me know, okay? Because most people, this is what they don't understand. All you do is you're just chasing numbers. Okay? Most people, all they do is they're just chasing numbers. But I thought you need to figure this out first. Because by figuring this out, then you will build the business around the lifestyle that you want to live. And that is how you should do it. Okay? So for example, for me, Lon wants to get to $1 million a month. I don't know how we're going to get there, but we need to 10x. Okay? But that's Lon's number. And I want to make her dreams come true. You know, I was born and raised in a shed. When I used to catch frogs for dinner. So when I first met Lon and I was living in a shed behind a mobile home park. So for me, honestly, I don't need a lot, right? I can literally right now just Lon and I just live in a house and boom, I'm good with 20, 30K, whatever it is a month, right? But right now we're doing 6-figure a month, but Lon want to get to 7-figure a month. She wants to get to $1 million a month, okay? Because she wants to live a life like, dude, like the fabulous life, okay? That's what I'm lacking. I need to make this a business, so need to make more money. I can't even afford to hire a cold caller. Okay. So yeah, a lot of you, what you're doing is that you need to take your hobby now and turn it into a business, because a hobby can only make you so much. When it becomes a business, that's when you're really making money, you know? But that's the first thing you need to do is figure out how much you need to make a month, okay? And then figure out the business that can actually get you there. So let me help you guys out. Who here would be like, hey, Khang, if I can get to $25,000 a month, dude, life is good. So that is $300,000 a year net. I'm talking about net, okay? Net a year. Who here would be good with that? Who here would be good with $25,000 a month? That's $300,000 net to you a year. YouTube family just don't want to talk, man. So if I flip the camera around with TikTok, there's more people to talk to. But who here is good with that? I don't care if you live in California, New York, doesn't matter what states you're in, $25,000 take home a month is a good amount, okay? Okay, you'll be happy with that. Perfect. So now we need to figure out, let's figure out how you're going to get there. So now we're going to work backward. So all you really need is one deal a month. What market are you in? What market? Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. What market are you in? Because all you need is one deal a month. That's it. All you need is one deal a month. Because the average wholesale deal should make you right around $25,000. You know, you don't need a lot. St. Louis, I have a buddy in St. Louis. His name is Sam. Dude, he's crushing it. St. Louis is a good market. St. Louis, Missouri. Yep, St. Louis, Missouri. It's a great market. So in that market, I think your assignment fee, I think the average assignment fee is right around probably 15 to 20K. So let's just say that you're at $15,000 per wholesale deal. All you need is really 2 of those a month. Just 2. And you'll be making $30,000 a month. All you need is 2. And let me show you how you can find those 2. Okay. Now, Florence, I think that's how you pronounce it, but I'll probably miss. If I show you, are you going to do it? Are you going to give it a try? And will you commit? My next question to you is, will you commit at least 3 months? With what I'm about to share with you. That can help you do 2 deals per month. Are you ready? Yes. I'm going to show you right now. So after I'm done with this, you should get on the phone and start doing what I do. Okay. Do you have the software? So step number 1, here's exactly what I would do if I were you. Go sign up for this software. And don't tell me that, hey, Khang, I don't got the money for it. You know me. You're either making money or you're making excuses. That's it. Okay? So the software I'm going to show you now. Let's just go ahead and get you signed up for the basic plan, which is $149 a month. Okay? Sign up for this software called KingDataai. And I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do right now. All you need to do is go here, go to property leads. I'm going to put in St. Louis, Missouri. Okay? St. Louis, S-A-I-N-T, St. Louis, Missouri. Boom. There's a deal right here that's currently listed for $106,000. Oh, that's Michigan, St. Louis, Missouri, M-I-S-S. Okay. Okay, hold on a second. S-A-I-N-T, Louis, M-I-S-S. Yeah, Missouri. Missouri is M-O, right? M-O stand for Missouri. Yep, St. Louis, Missouri. Okay. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. There's currently a wholesale deal under contract right now for $150,000. All you need to do is click on Contact Seller. You can reach out to that wholesaler, and you can start JV, joint venture. Look at that. Darren's in your market. He said, hey, you're in my local market. Okay? Now, guess what? All you need to do now is I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to filter. I'm going to remove others, apartments, townhouse, condo. I just want single family and multifamily. And then all you're going to do is you're going to target absentee owner. Okay? So there's 87,000 absentee owner, which is way too much. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down here and we're going to go like, hey, the AI score. We're going to put in 500. So for those of you who don't know what I'm doing, is that the software takes 40 years of data, right? From like, hey, how long people have owned the property, right? Right, based on their mortgage payment history, based on, you know, their work history, like their credit score. Like it took everything from their personal things, they jam pack it all in here, and they will analyze it, and they'll tell you how likely this person will sell their property. So the higher the score, the more desperation they are. So we took that 84,000 down to 54,000 by putting in 500. What if we go 600 credit score? So it's from 0 to 1,000. 1,000 means obviously there's a lot of desperation. So now we got a list of 9,000 people, which is a good list, right? But let's just say that, hey, we want to go in there and we want to be like, hey, we want that absentee owner. Let's just say that we want them to be out of states. They don't live in the states. Okay, so it's an absentee owner, but they out of states. So now it brings your results down to 2,800. Darren said, I need that King data. Darren, sign up for it and check this out, Darren. Any one of you who signed up for the software, you never have to pay for skip tracing ever again. It is included because I pay for it. So it's included into your software. Before that, they charge like 15 cents, but I told them. But watch this. Now all you need to do, click on this property and watch this. Look at this. It takes so long for it to refresh. But based on this property, or based on this, it should give you the seller. Look at it. Gives you their email address right here. It gives you their phone number. And as far as the do not call list, they just remove the law. So as an investor, the do not call, do not apply to us. We can still call them and not get in trouble. And check this out. Most people don't know that, so they avoid this. But since you know, call them, right? Now you're beating your competition. It also, too, if you want to run comps, all you need to do is hit on comparables. And you can start running comps directly from the software. You can be like, hey, you know what? I want anything that's sold within half a mile. Boom. I want anything that's sold last 3 months. And it can start pulling you comps. And you'll be like, hey, this probably looks good. This probably looks similar to mine. This looks similar to mine. And it'll tell you right here, average square foot, $43 per square foot. Cheap. Okay. Here's the sales price, $58,000. Okay. And that's all you need to do. And all you need to do is now, oh, shoot. All you need to do now is call them. So we go back to results. We just move on to the next piece of property. Bam. Look at that. Their mobile, their resident, which is their landline, and their email. So I would call them. I would text them. Boom. Just like that. This program gives phone number and email. That is correct. Phone number and email. Okay? Give their phone number and email. So, Florence, if I were you, I would give this software a try. It is so simple, so friendly user to use. Skip tracing is free. You never have to pay for a single skip. You never have to pay for skip tracing ever again. So, which means, let's just say that you drive, Florence, let's just say that you drive for dollars, right? You drive around, you see a house, a rundown house. You take the property address, check this out. And all you need to do is go here and you put in the property address. And one click of a button, it'll pull up that property information. And you got the email, you got the phone number right there. And guess what? Let's take this even up a notch. So now you can go to, let's just say that you got a list of 2,000 people. You can now select all 2,800. And then you can go to My Leads, click on My Leads. You can download it. You can save it to your CRM. Back to search. What the heck? Hold on a second. Let me refresh the page really quick. But now, guess what? From the comfort of your own home, you can now, oh, hold on a second. Let me go back. Let me select all 28. Okay, and then go to My Leads. Hold on a second. Go to My Leads. And then guess what? I can download it, download it, export it out of this into a different file. I can now, guess what? Boom, direct mail. So if you wanted to, you can now set up your direct mail right there and then. Okay. If I sign up, is there any training? So Florence, yes. So check this out. You see all this video their training video is all right here. Whoops. So if you go here, let me see here. You see here training videos? They have all their training videos right there. And if you need their support, look, you can contact their support, and they're very, very fast. You know how when you sign up for a company, you'll be like, oh my God, I try and get on, and all they do is they send you to robots? No, this is human, real human, answering your call and helps you, okay? So yes, and Laura, if I were you, I would try out for the basic plan. You can always upgrade, you can always downgrade, you can always cancel anytime. They make it very, very easy, okay? And then you can set up your mailing campaign and start, boom. You can start set up your mailing campaign all right here from the software. And check this out. Let me take this up even a notch. You see here, but Florence, if you want access to the AI, like this, right here, KingDataai. So now I can literally talk to it. Okay? I'll hit allow, and man, hold on. So basically what they do is they integrate ChatGPT into the software. So watch this. Can you pull up all the tax delinquents in Seattle, Washington? That's my market. And guess what? It'll do the work for you. This is crazy. So when they came out with this, I had to let my admin go because it's so easy. Right? They'll be like, yep, right here. So I found 8,736 tax delinquent property in Seattle, Washington. Here's a quick summary. Average estimated market value, boom. Seattle's very expensive, right? The AI score, it'll tell you, hey, these people in the list has an AI score of 447, which means their motivations is pretty high. Okay? And then now you can be like, hey, let's open this lead. Bam. You just click on open leads. And then boom, it gives you all that right there. Okay, and there's one wholesale deal right now that's available. But do you guys see? Right there, tax delinquent activity, high equity. Bam. You can literally just tell it what to do. Tell me that's not crazy. Okay? And you can also turn on deal alert, right? I mean, there's so much things that you can do in here. Okay? Now, this is something I want all of you to hear me out. Okay, now this is something that you don't have to do. So I decided I create what's called a school community. My goal in that community is to bring all real estate investors across the country in one room. So for example, you see Darren and Florence, like after the live, you guys just disconnect, right? You don't, like you can't reach out to each other anymore, right? But I'll bring you guys all into one room. So I'll put the link to that school community right in the descriptions. So you can go there and check it out and see if it's for you. Okay. So let me see here. There's something else that I want to share with you, but I don't remember. What else should I share? Yeah, no, I think that's all I got. There's something I want to share, but that's all I got. Also, too, is Florence, I also think that you should consider checking out my 3-day challenge, all for free. I'll drop the link in the descriptions. So I'll send you the 3-day challenge replay that I did. We spent like an hour and something on each single day where we really go through the software. Day one, I'll show you actually go use the software, how to pull the list, right? How to analyze the deal and know what to offer to the seller. Day two, I'll show you how to talk, how to negotiate and put the property in a contract. And then day three, leverage that software, being able to, generate buyers and then selling your deal. The 3-day challenge, the first time we did it, Brian closed his first deal for $18,000 just from the free training. Okay. Anyways, that's all I got. I appreciate each and every single one of you that's here. I wish you nothing but the best. And once again, Darren, congrats. And all I got to say is, let's go get this money. But Darren, I do agree with you. The skip tracing, when it comes with it, dude, it is a bonus on top of the bonus. It is plus cherry on top of everything. Because otherwise, if you pay 15 cents per skip tracing, if you skip trace 5,000 people, it would have cost you, right, what, $500, $250? So, yeah. Anyways, that's all I want to share with you guys. Take care. Until next time, let's go get this money out.